All right, hello, and welcome back to Drink the Movies. I'm Brian, and I am back with day number 18 of the Flaviar Advent Calendar. Yesterday we had a really good one. It was a straight rye whiskey, and I was a big fan of that, I have to be honest. Had that over the course of my evening and loved it quite a bit. So today we are on to day 18, which by my calculations here, day 18 is right here, H-E-L, Helsinki? I don't know. Maybe 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 7. We're in the last week. We're in the final countdown. So let's get into this today. I'm excited for it. I'm ready, I think, for Christmas. You know, as ready as you can ever be, really. You know, you're always kind of scrambling to the last minute, no matter how much you prep. But I have the power of whiskey here. And yeah, Helsinki apparently was the correct answer. Whiskey number 18 from Finland right there. That's interesting. I have never had a Finnish whiskey, so that's going to be pretty cool to check out. 47.2%, which is oddly specific. Maybe that is a regulation there in Finland to not round that up or down like we would here in the U.S. at least. Yeah, definitely looking forward to this. Just says whiskey here. W-H-I-S-K-Y. Which is like the Scottish spelling of whiskey. So is it going to be more Scotch adjacent? Is the blooming Finland distillery tradition being built off of some rye whiskey influence or some Scotch whiskey influence? I don't know. We will find out. But let's go ahead and get this out of the test tube thing there and check it out. Let's take a look at the color here. It's a little bit more golden than some of the expressions we've had here, but it's nice. It's not super light. Has a little bit of color to it there, but yeah, definitely more on the golden spectrum than it is on like the amber or copper spectrum, I will say. Nice and light, so love that. Let's take a look. What did I say? 47.2. Okay, there is a lot of smoke coming off of that straight off the bat. Not as like vegetal, like peaty smoke. More of like roasted, like campfire type of a smoke. It's very interesting. It's almost like earthy smelling in a way. Yeah, a little bit of that. Some kind of like nutmeg, little like brown sugary maybe. Some darker like baking spices. That smells great. Okay, nice sweetness in the nose there. I'm getting a little bit of yeah, that smoke is really interesting because you swallow it and then it like immediately like started to come like, you know, like through like my like nasal like passageway there. So I was getting a ton of waft of that. A little bit of heat. It is fairly sweet actually. A little bit of honey. Like I said, definitely that smoke. A little bit on the vegetal side. A little bit of like coffee grounds. I think that is kind of that earthy thing I was picking up. I think it's like that, you know, like a coffee ground kind of a thing there. Yeah, that's really interesting. That's really nice, actually. I like that quite a bit. I'm a fan of Scotch whiskeys. I'm a fan of smoky Scotches if they are, you know, it's like smoke with a purpose. It's not just like smoky for smoky's sake. Okay, well, yeah, there we go. Cairo, wood smoked rye whiskey. We have arrived in Finland. Right there with that. Look at that. That looks fun. All right. Let's see what it says here. Like I said, this is completely new for me. Northern Europe. Yeah. 1,000 lakes and endless forests. Okay, great. Arctic purity to the caraway-infused aquavit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the legacy of distilling. Okay, vodka. Yeah. Aquavit. That makes sense. Amidst this heritage, Cairo, distillery soars above the rest. Rye-fueled sauna conversion conversation. Oh, born for yeah. You're in the sauna. You're drinking rye whiskey. You're gonna have ideas about starting your own thing, and that's what you got here. Is their magnum opus this one right here? Whole grain rye and kissed with alder smoke, a nod to Finland's traditional sauna rituals. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the tasting notes here and see what they have to say, and we'll see kind of how ours matched up. So we've got smoky, we've got vanilla, we've got caramel, we've got pepper, we've got sweet, honey, rye, oak, and bread. It is a little bready. That's a little subtle one, but yeah, definitely getting that. And yeah, obviously the smoky there. Definitely some sweetness. I didn't really get much of the rye. That could have been the burn. Like I said, I definitely got a little bit of pop of heat as I was swallowing, but it was interesting because you get the heat as you swallow, and then like instantly that smoke flavor just like pours through like your like sinus cavities. So that's pretty wild. Let's read about this and see what it says here. This is crafted exclusively with 100% malted Finnish whole grain rye. Okay, I think yesterday's was 100% malted rye too, so that's cool. Yeah, wood smoked rye whiskey is a sensory celebration in Finnish tradition. Alder smoked malt. Okay. Combination of ex-bourbon, French oak, and American oak barrels. Okay. I didn't get a ton of barrel flavor, which makes sense if you're blending, kind of between those three. It's going to, really kind of tamp down those flavors, especially the ex-bourbon barrel. It's probably giving it a little bit of the color. It's not super dark, but, just a little bit. Okay, to honor the oldest type of Finnish sauna, a smoke sauna, we created a Cairo wood smoke. All right. Great. Call Vakonen, master distiller. That is it. That is amazing. That was really good. I have never seen this. I do not have a Finnish whiskey section in my local liquor store, but maybe you have one at yours. And if you do, you should check this out. If you are a fan of like single malt, like Scotch whiskies, you like a little bit of that smoke characteristic, maybe, nothing like too crazy, or maybe you want to start exploring that a little bit more. This one is exceptionally good. Ooh, I like that a lot. It's really interesting, but I'm definitely excited to check that out. So, yeah, I want to thank you so much for stopping by today and checking these out with me. I appreciate it. We're through 18 of these little vials now. We've only got a couple left to go, so we're going to be doing that. We'll be back with one tomorrow. You can check out drinkthemovies.com for more information on the podcast. We've had a bunch of holiday movies this month, including, old Christmas classics like The Shining and Batman Returns. So that's what we've got going on over there. So I just want to thank you so much for joining along. You can watch all the back days if you want to see any other whiskeys we've tried. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll finish out the rest. We're making our way all the way up to Christmas Eve. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.